Hey, Dennis, thank you for the time and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year also, Kevin. Good to see you.
I wanted to ask you about now that you have a coach, there are some roster decisions you need to make, and I'm looking specifically at goalkeeper. It looks like you need to make some moves there. And then with Christian Pavone, can you update us on where you are with the roster, putting the roster together and how long you think it'll take you?
Yeah, I think the best answer is that we took our time to assess, obviously, everything within the club, around the first team, to be able to support Greg now coming in the best way possible. Anything regarding players, regarding recruitment, player personnel. As you know, I have a strong network. We've always been able to bring the players uh, that were available or wanted here. But now I think we have to take a step back and sit down with Greg and go in specific detail. He's somebody that goes into deep detail, has a clear idea on methodology and playing style, and we would like to take advantage of that and taking the right decisions. Obviously, the current circumstances in transfer market and everything that goes around still with some uncertainty plays a role, but it doesn't hold us back to obviously be ambitious and proactive on the market. As you know, the Galaxy is a place where a lot of people would like to be related to or play for, but they have to come here for the right reasons and surely fit in the coach's picture.
Can you update us on Pavone? Do you have any news on that?
Well, under the current circumstances and with all the difficulties going on, we formally declined the option price, which is a mere formality because our interest obviously stays alive. We've been in contact over the last month and a half, formally with Boca. Those conversations have been very friendly and open, but we haven't reached any agreement, and there's not anything formal yet. And I think in the moment we take our time and assess our formal needs and obviously listen closely to what Greg has to say on everything. And like everybody else, Greg is also obviously much in favor of Christian, but there needs to be the specific circumstances and the ability for us to bring him here and be responsible and be obviously in a way respectful to ownership and everything that goes on at this moment.
Thanks. We're going to go next to a question from Damian Calhoun. Damian, go ahead.
Hey, Dennis,
Hello, Damian. How are you?
I'm doing great. Just your on regarding Greg. What was it about him that put him to the top of your guys' list? We've seen how he did in Toronto, but in your conversations, what did you gain from those conversations that sort of moved him up to your up to number one on your list?
Yeah, I think like everybody else, obviously, seeing from the outside the work that he's done, not only on the field but off the field, in Toronto, speaks for itself and is very much highly regarded by anybody in the soccer world. It obviously speaks a lot of somebody when they say goodbye to a project that a lot of people take the time and genuinely thank you and show how much they cared about the coach, which I think is something that for him personally and for his family is something that is that should be very important because it means that he did a great job. I think that one of the things is that he's a winning coach. He's proven, he's shown to win. He knows the culture in MLS. He knows the culture in the Galaxy. I think he has a very clear idea on how he wants to do things, how he wants to go about his business. He's very methodological, very detailed in his assessment. And what I like in the end a little bit, and it's not the highest priority, but he's always been very open to play younger players and really develop players alongside being a winning and competing team. And those combinations are sometimes difficult for coaches, but in this case, obviously, has turned out very positive and something that we also would like to take advantage of.
Thanks. We'll go next to a question from Tom Bogert. Tom, go ahead.
Hey, Dennis. Nice to speak with you. Hope your holidays went well.
How are you, Tom?
All right, thanks. How did the coaching search change when Greg officially became available? I know you guys would have started your preliminary shortlist and whatnot when you guys made the coaching change, but there was a little bit of time between when Greg was officially available. So how did things change when he was on the market?
Yeah, I must say that obviously changed a lot because with his years in Toronto, being familiar to the club, being a highly regarded coach, even in the last year being one of the Coach of the Year candidates, seeing his team win, play well, fight for obviously their club and having created a great identity makes something that Greg is an ideal candidate. And before he stepped down and before he took the decision to do something else, we were actually more focused on our own business, on where we were, what actually went wrong, discussing with ownership where and how we should go about our business going forward, trying to learn and analyze and be responsible for our mistakes. And to be honest, with Greg being available, I would like to thank also openly Toronto FC and Ali Curtis in my case for giving permission to discuss even before the month was over. And that obviously gave us a very quick click that Greg could be a top candidate for us.